Let's spit some knowledge. Energetic code. When you stand ancient in building like ancient churches, they feel certain when they enter certain churches, ancient churches, they feel holy. They like, because the energy of these buildings affect our consciousness. They increase your energy, they raise your vibration. I'm gonna show you a picture, like when you enter a church. An ancient church, so you know what I'm talking about. When you enter an ancient church and you see in the ceiling, they look like the chakras, you know, how they are built. The feeling is different. So the vibration is different. It heals. That's why the ancient churches, they used to build it like this way, like those windows, the glass windows. They use different gemstone, different colors. When the sun shines through this window, what's the sun? The sun is light. Light is energy. The sun's light go through this filter of the window, of the crystals, different gemstone, polars, and the sunlight will begin to be imprinted on the waves of these crystals, where these colors and natural glasses that have healing energetic principles inside that building. The source of the encoding energy that will be imprinted into your body, into your energy field, and it will heal your energy field. It will heal your body, on a cellular level. Because your body is what? 60 to 70, 80% water. And water is encoded vibration. If you say certain things into water, it will give a specific geometric pattern. If you say love to water, love, and you freeze it, it will have a certain shape. If you say thank you, if you say I hate you, it will have different shape. Why? In this building, these imprinted by energetic code of this building, of the energetic principles of the windows, of the structure itself. The ancient never used to build in squares. Their building, the inside, were never square room. Squares trap energy. They always have another pointed views. So that's why prisons are squares. You need to look into geometry in it. And when you see magicians, when you look at ancient magic, why they stand in squares or circles, or they use different geometric shapes, because shapes are energy. They hold specific energy. So when the magician stand in a circle with a pentacle or pentagram, you can work with different energy based on a different geometric shapes that you draw. And you can use this in your structure, in your architecture, and it can influence everything. So this is the true geometry and how it relates with you, with your consciousness, and with energy. Your brain produces geometry. It's basically how your brain decodes energy. It's not God how created this reality. It is you are in the reality. You are the reality itself. You are the producer of the reality. For geometry is with you. So therefore, if I play with the geometry of the building, why government have everything in squares? Everything in the squares are rectangular. You go to the city, every windows are rectangular. Every building is a rectangle. We live in a box. Everything is boxed and squared off in this reality, in this modern society. Why? Because they trap in energy. The box is the cube is the most simple geometry shape, which basically condenses energy and traps energy. And if you subconsciously see squares all the time, your phone is square, your TV is square, everything, your keyboard is square, your desk is square. Look at the ancients, they never built in squares and cubes. And if you go into nature, you never see square and cubes. Nature doesn't create squares and cubes. Everything in the modern society is squares and cubes to simple your consciousness down, to dim your brain down. So the ancient built very complex. You see how it affects our brain. It decodes reality. It creates reality. If you see a sophisticated building, it can get you a sophisticated mind with energy level over time, consciously. I'm not saying if you look at that building, you're gonna be smart. But if every single building in your environment is sophisticated, this complex, it will increase your IQ in a subconscious level. It will make you more more intelligent. So they dumped everything down, knocked everything down. Everything they've been dulled down. In a better understanding. You want to gain more occult knowledge, esoteric knowledge? Here I am, I'm telling you. This is occultic knowledge. Yes, when you sit in a square, you trap your energy. That's why prisons are square. You're a battery. That's why when you go to court, you get charged. You get thrown in prison, it's a square. There, you harvest your energy. It's known where what. So, the sense of well-being and giving you a better understanding of what life is. And if you really want to go to the next level, there is, they say the esoteric knowledge, but there is the ethereal knowledge. That's a different level of knowledge. Well, not many people around you think the real same. Not all the people think the same. Not all the people know the same. Sometimes you feel annoyed, like understanding truth than knowledge. Like it's a little bit hard when you are the only one that there's not only one, not a lot of people around you can speak and in details and understand what it is, so that's why I like to share it online. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like, we can talk more. Like, let's talk spirituality as above as below. Spirituality is, it's not spirituality. See, the science of you is something, the human consciousness is something, and spirituality is something else. In this world around you, with the most understanding as above as below, of number one principle. I'm gonna say many conceptions. I'm gonna say and close this video, because if we wanna go deep, it have a lot of roots. From the most simplest complex, and you receive the connections between all things. This is the most important lesson you could ever learn. And I'm gonna tell you. So what you must understand as above, as below, it applies with everything you see in this world and about yourself. Macro, the biggest scale. In the biggest scale, we have the whole earth. If we look down from the sky, on the top of rivers, we see like a tree pattern. In a smaller scale, we see tree have the same pattern of the scales. And that concept, you go learn smaller, you see the leaves of the tree. You see the same pattern. I'm gonna show you a picture so you know what I'm on about. And if you go to smaller on the ground, you in the micro, you're gonna see the same scale. I'm gonna show you a picture. Hold on. Where did I put them? Where did I put it? Here it is. Here it is. From above Earth, you see the patterns. This is macro. You come smaller. You see? This is, you can see the tree. Look, it's the same. You go more, you zoom in. This is the leaf of the tree. You also see the same. You go down to the ground. You see the same. See? This is macro to micro. As above, as below. As simple as that. This is from a consciousness-proof fractal universe. And everything within the micro is reflected in the macro. As above, so below. As within, so without. On the macro is the reflection of the micro. So now you will understand. You look further, a year in cycle. Spring, summer, winter, fall, winter is a macro. A micro is a daily cycle. So a day is, the day is a year, the summer, the midday, bottom is the evening, night is the winter, spring is the morning. This is a micro. A reflection. You have a ministerially cycle of the zodiac every single day. And this cycle is also reflecting the cycle of life and death. We live, we are born, it is the spring. We live, which is the summer. Then we age, which is the fall. And then we die, which is the winter. The cycle of life and death. And you do this every single day. You see, death is a macrocosm of sleep. This is why we say sleep, because it is in the death. You die every single night. You do this process in life and death every single day. As above, so below. What's in the micro is in the macro. So when you go to sleep, you also die. And when you wake up, you walk again. This is a fractal cycle that we live. Everything in this whole world is fractal. Everything applies to as above, so below. We have the sun, the moon. We have the day, we have the night. We have the life, we have the death. We have the consciousness, we have the sleep. As above, so below. We have the conscious mind, because now we're diving in as within, so without. As above, so below. Consciousness, subconscious, light, shadow. As within, light, as without, shadow. As we activate, as we reactivate the individual, the dual nature of your existence. Since aeons, you have an inner world of your thoughts, emotions. This is the inner world that no one else can see but yourself. And you have an outer world with the physical body which everyone can see. Shadow work is inner. You have the inner voice and you have the outer physical voice, which is I'm speaking to you with it now. See, but I'm speaking alone now. Nobody can hear except of me. You're gonna hear it later. Anyway, inner, outer, the moon, the shadow, the inner, the psyche, the spirit self. There is as above, so below. The sun within you, the moon within you. Everything is within you. Understand what's above us, below? What is your body? Your body is a earth. Your body is an earth, is the earth. Because like I say many times, you know, you're not in the world. The world is you. You are the universe. Your brain is a computer creating this reality. What you see with your eyes is produced in the back of the brain, visual contacts. You know, the brain produces the word, the body produces the word. When you touch something, you're not actually touching something. This is the electric nervous system is what you feel is electric signal. So when this body dies, you leave the earth because this body is the earth. You get out of earth as above, so below. You have the mental plane, the astral plane, the etheric plane, and the physical plane. This is essential to understand reality and the teaching of as above, so below. And you exist in these planes. Everything began in the thinking mind. The microphone I'm speaking, the phone you're watching the video, or laptop or iPad. Where did this begin? It didn't begin in the factory. The first ever place the item begin is in the mind of an individual. The invisible, where all physical things, items began. Essentially, this physical plane is the effect of the thinking mind. This word is the word of effect, outcomes. When you see something, it's already manifested. It's already being manifested. It's an effect. The effect of the cause, which is the thinking mind. Therefore, anything that is already manifested can be stopped. Caused, manifest, which is the astral plane, and these two are spiritual, non-physical. So, spirit means you have a layer, physical, non-physical, the etherical, the physical plane. As above, so below. What happened in the mind is manifest on the physical plane. Yes. You know what I mean, homie? As above, so below. You change the mind, you change the reality. Your environment, the word environment have meant in it. That's why governments are called government, because they are government. You know, so the world around you is created by the mind of God, which manifested through God's thought. So you are living in the mind of God. You are a thought on the mind of God. God thought you into existence. But like I said, we are all fractals. Everything is fractal. If God exists, this means you are God, as above, so below. God created you with his thinking mind, and he gave you his thinking mind, macrocosm. God created macro. He designed the whole world, the stars, the moon, the planets, the galaxies. But then he gave you the thinking mind, the micro. He did the macro on his image, and you are a microcosm of God's macrocosm. Just like God thought you into existence and the whole world into existence. You are a microcosm thinking your world into existence. This person think about the phone, he did it. This person thought about a pen, he did it. I thought about this reflection to tell you about this thing. It's been in order to change the reality. You change the higher plane, the thought, the imagination are the two key aspects of creating physical reality. Every object you see around you has begun in a higher planes of the metaphysical before it came here to the physical matter through the thinking mind of the physical action. Shall we go deeper? The brain is not the mind. You have spirit and matter as above, so below. But the brain is not the mind. Yes, you have physical and metaphysical. Mind is spiritual brain. The brain is a physical manifestation, a physical effect of the mind. The mind uses the brain to walk in the physical world. With the same with the heart. The soul manifested itself physically through the heart. The heart is a physical manifestation of the soul, of the emotion, thought and emotion. Mind and the soul, the brain, the heart, merge, heaven, earth, merge, and connect them with the consciousness. That's God. That's God. You know, they tell you the brain, there's people, the brain is unlimited. No, the brain is limited. The brain is a box, how you program it. The brain is different than the mind. And all of them bind it together with the consciousness, you became God. Merge. That's why it's important to merge your emotion, your authenticity, your truth, your identity, your brain, your mind. Merge, people, merge. Be yourself, merge. That self, that's God. Have a nice day.